some reason, Doug thinks 40 to 40 trip didn't really begin until we left South Korea, which is really silly because the entire conceit of the trip was going from my 40th birthday all the way to his 40th. Anyways, we stopped in Hong Kong to visit friends. We had previously spent a weekend in the megacity back in 2014 to escape the frigid North China winter, so it had been a hot second since we had been here last. Spending time with friends meant good food, hiking, beers, and sweating. So much sweating. We had arrived in the tropics. I adore Hong Kong, with the gritty old and the hyper-modern clashing in a delightfully cyberpunk setting. There were sparkly skyscrapers, some quality creepy crawlies, and an occasional rabbit sighting.
Do not.
Full of dim sum, duck, and bubble tea, we were off next to northern Vietnam.
When we visited Vietnam from South Korea for Christmas holidays in 2015, we only went to Hoi An, the Anthony Bourdain-approved foodie and tailoring town. Now we got to experience the bustle of Hanoi, land of scooters, noise, and what I thought was an endearing level of street chaos.
Hanoi is a very delicious city. However, I found the near constant adrenaline while trying to cross a street there distracted quite a bit from my overall enjoyment.
To me, everything was exciting, whether wandering the old town, shiftily buying local currency above a gold shop, or exploring some of the more Instagram-centric haunts.
Despite being a tea person, I have dubbed Vietnamese coffee the gateway coffee. I highly recommend the egg coffee version. It's something else.
While Nat got a massage, I brushed up on my history before we got ready to head out. We were essentially traveling a triangle route, east to Cat Ba Island in Ha Long Bay, southwest to Ninh Binh, and then back up to Hanoi to finish. First was Cat Ba Island, our gateway to the bay and a top quality area for looking at rocks. Ha Long Bay is of course famous for its rocks, and we spent an overcast day on the bay cruising, enjoying some bevies, and kayaking through caves to hidden lagoons. A surreal thing to be able to say. The side quest of the day was trying to see the elusive Cat Ba langur, a critically endangered monkey. Look at those charismatic bastards. We were lucky to see a family group. Really, we felt lucky to be out there cruising the bay at all. On the way back, our group participated in a beach cleanup on the accurately named Monkey Island. A camera crew was there, as were some armed park rangers. Maybe we were on Vietnamese TV. Who knows? After cruising the bay, it was into a shared van for the long ride down to Ninh Binh, where we tried another form of transport.
You're not gonna believe this, but riding a child-sized bicycle in Vietnam is kind of hot. Whew. It's got a quality look from that van driver just now. Nice.
The Ninh Binh area was a great change of pace. We got out on bikes, ate local fruits and food in general, and got to slow down a bit. Bike rides aside, the main attraction of the area is taking a rowboat ride through a wetland park connected by a series of caves, and generally being in awe of the environment. We took a lot of pictures and video that day, but editing these clips has been hard. I mean, on one level, it's more looking at rocks, something we floated all over Lan Ha and Ha Long Bays to do. But man, look at these rocks! We had to pick a route to take from a choice of 3, which was a bit like only getting to try one dessert. Some caves, less caves, all the caves.
It was one of those places where every direction you looked was breathtaking. I honestly regret not turning around and immediately doing it all over again in the afternoon.
The next spot we checked out in Ninh Binh was the Bai Din Pagoda, a large Buddhist complex nestled in an incredible jungle setting.
Lynette, do you enjoy climbing tropical stairs? Really? Do you? Do you enjoy climbing tropical stairs?
We walked, explored, sweated profusely, happily got a golf cart ride, and explored some more. It felt like the opposite of the chaos of Hong Kong and Hanoi. While we have no strong Buddhist beliefs, there's something contagious about touring religious sites. A corner of the mind imagines the faith required to construct and upkeep such a place. It was an interesting counterpoint to Okinawan in Japan. It was another very scenic opportunity to walk and reflect. I won't claim that a piece of me remained there, but I will say that the mosquitoes gave me a 5-star review. We've been to Vietnam twice now, and the only real question is, when's visit number 3 gonna happen? We don't know the answer right now, but the banh mi's are always calling. Coming from Canada, albeit the warmest part of Canada, I'm always completely charmed by the tropics. There's chaos, traffic, and the ever-present masonry saws, but there's also history and food that makes me wonder what I'm doing living in a cold country. Food good enough to make me, what's the word, jealous of myself? Thankfully, there was no immediate return to the frozen north, just a deke to the west. Chiang Mai was calling. It was time to meet the locals.
I love the way they just flop.
Wildlife for weeks, jungle jaunts, and a visit to the beach. Join us, won't you?